Now, keeping busy during this pandemic has not been a problem for one Okanagan author. Terri Tatchell is a Hollywood screenwriter who also writes children's books, and her latest just came out in February, and she joins us now from Naramata. Terri, hello there.
Hi, Gloria. Thanks so much for having us on.
Who have you got with you there?
This is Ripley,
Oh,
who writing children's books about endangered animals and didn't even realize that one of my best friends is an endangered animal. So he makes an appearance in the most recent one.
oh, I love him. I love him already. So
Yeah.
okay, let's talk a little bit more about that inspiration, and I guess especially during the pandemic, how has that sort of informed your creative process?
Well, I mean, it's actually, if I'm going to be honest, it's been really good for me because it makes me stay put. I have a habit of being here, there, everywhere, and working on too many things at once. And being forced to stay inside and focus on projects has been really good. And surrounded by animals has definitely had me put my attention towards animal stories.
Okay, so your book series is called Endangered and Misunderstood. So just
Yes.
who are the stories about?
Well, I tend to always be drawn to stories about the underdog. And these are the stories about the underdogs of the endangered animals that you've never heard of. So the first book is about an eye, which is a lemur. Second one's about a pangolin, which by now everyone's heard about. And the third one's about an okapi. And we're working on a tarsier one right now. So I'm trying to get people to fall in love with the animals that they've never heard of before they don't exist.
And why? I mean, why, I guess why is this so
Mhm.
important to you to bring these characters to life?
I mean, I've always wanted to write kids' books. That's always been my number one passion. And I just didn't have the story. And then I came across an eye, which is a lemur. And I found out that the reason he was endangered was because of a story, because there's a legend that he's bad luck and needs to be killed on sight or you get bad luck. And I thought, well, if a story can make him have bad luck, then a story can bring him good luck. And I thought about Charlotte's Web and how I don't kill spiders, even though I'm kind of scared of them. And I just really felt passionate about making kids fall in love with endangered animals they hadn't heard of. And also, it's a segue into a really uncomfortable conversation in a positive way.
Okay, and why do you think those conversations are so uncomfortable right now?
I think it's just there's enough darkness in the world right now. There's enough things to be scared about. And I think I know as a parent, my daughter's grown up now, but as a parent, I wasn't really anxious to dive into these scary, upsetting, nightmare causing things. So, but I do think they're important. And I think kids love hearing about them and they love knowing what they can do to help. So it's a story, but at the end, there's facts and ways to help. Ripley doesn't like that. And it empowers them a little bit with knowledge and the fact that just learning about these animals actually is helping.
Mm, nice. And you've got an interactive website too. Why do you think that's another way to reach your audience?
Well, it's like we've gone through it. We have how to draw, we have teachers' guides, we have. I just know that as a parent, I was always very into doing arts and crafts with her and reading and learning the facts. And I wanted to provide avenues for every type of child. We all learn in different ways and we all like to do different things. And the teachers' guides have turned out to be really great. A lot of librarians and teachers have been really interested in the books and have been teaching them in schools and having me as guest Zoom author talks and everything. So that I'm happy we did the teachers' guides. And they're helpful at home for parents that are struggling to teach their kids at home right now as well.
Okay, so you don't just get satisfaction yourself out of doing this, you benefit charity as well. Tell us about that.
Yes, well, that was that. The idea is that every penny that comes from the books goes towards the animal of each book. So that has been amazing. As each book starts to ramp up and earn more money, gifting the money to these African countries that are trying to really hard to save the animals has been a real feel good part for sure. And it's like as you come up with the next books and the next books, because I have 16 planned. Unfortunately, there's that many underdogs of endangered animals. It's really interesting to look at the organizations that are struggling so hard to help and knowing that if these books keep on going and gain popularity, it's the sky's the limit, really.
Terri, I'm so glad you found a way to get inspired and contribute in these trying times. It's so nice to connect with you today.
Thank you so much for having me on.